Hi and welcome back to the channel, and today I'm joined by Jamie, my son, and we're going to be throwing down some dice for some bolt action, which we've not played for some time. The table, you may remember from the last video that we done, was set up a little while ago, and we've now finally managed to get some time together when both of us aren't working to throw down some dice. The scenario we're going to be doing today for bolt action, I've got it down here, is key positions. We've already rolled for the objectives. We've got 5 objectives which we've already placed out on the table. This battle report is not really a battle report per se. I'm not going to go through all the turns and everything. It's more of an after action report of each turn and what's been going on. I'm not too sure really on how to do proper battle reports, but I like the way that Leon did his the other day, talking about the action as it's happened after the turn. So without further ado, Jamie and I will get together, we'll show down our forces, and we'll get going.
See what happens.
So we start off with my British Paras. In front of us here we have the First Lieutenant and his number 2, the Free Observer, which comes with the British Force, a Vickers medium machine gun, 3-inch mortar team plus a spotter, an M4 Sherman, and we have 3 infantry sections of 10 men, obviously with their Bren gun light machine gun, and the 3rd section there. And over the back we have the 2-man sniper team. All these are veterans, apart from obviously the Free Observer and the tank, which are both regular. So I'm going to show you now Jamie's.
And now for the Fallschirmjager. So we have a standard lieutenant here with his number 2 bodyguard with him. And onto my first squad, we got standard Fallschirmjager late war squad with 2 machine guns here. And they also have a couple of Panzerfausts in those units. The next squad I have is what I call my assault squad, where they all bar the leader and 1 man have assault rifles. The leader and the other man have an SMG, and again a couple of Panzerfausts. On to my 3rd squad, it's the same as the first squad, so 2 LMGs, a couple of Panzerfausts. And as support at the back, I have a MG42 medium machine gun team and a sniper team. And as the final support, there is a Panzer IV. The Panzer IV is regular, whereas everything else in the force is veteran. And that's it for the Fallschirmjager.
So here we have the table all set up, ready for our game. I thought I'd just give you a quick overview of where the table and what we've got our objectives are. So for me on this side of the table, my first objective is placed there. My second objective is placed down into the building there. And my 3rd is just on the T-junction of the road down through where the Cafe Gondre is. Jamie's objectives, you may had 2 out of the 5 objectives, was 1 on there next to the pond, and the other one over the back there, being a sneaky git behind the building. The buildings on the table here on display are foregrounds buildings from their World War II range. And if you notice in there, you'll see a crushed rubble. That is actually a brick which I smashed up from our extension, left over from our extension when we built for the gaming room. That there and that there. The vegetation, the trees and everything else are all from the last valley. You actually see them around the shows and that time to time. You normally got a lot of this sort of stuff for sale. Alright, so we'll get back to you on the end of the first turn. We'll show you what the action has happened and where we go from there. So here we are after turn 1. We have my Paras. First squad's gone in to try and take on that objective there. To the left here is the spotter for the mortar team, and just in front, just down here, is the Free Observer, again scouting out, looking across to see where he can get some decent targets. Medium machine gun team deployed here, looking across the table. See if I can get you a shot from his angle. Another section of infantry along with the sniper team just there, and the command team at the back racing forward to try and capture the objective in the green building there. On the left hand side we've got the tank. It's probing the left flank there, supported by an infantry section which again is on an objective. On Jamie's side of the table, come around this way a minute, he's been sneaking with his little sneaky sniper team on the corner on the left hand flank there. His assault squad going forward there, probing to try and sort of take the objective over ahead of them there. His tanks come on, advanced on cautiously, and he's waiting for me to pop my head up to sort of give me a shot. On his next section and his command team coming across past the burnt out vehicle there, and his medium machine gun and his further section of infantry is going to try and assault, I would imagine, for the objective behind the building and where my position is over there. You may have noticed there's some extra vehicles on the table. That's just for aesthetics. We thought we'd just add a few extra vehicles on with a few bombed out markers on them. So there we are, end of turn 1, and check us back in turn 2. So here we have it, end of turn 2. More advancing really. Most of my stuff in this corner around this objective went down, apart from the squad that sort of consolidated around the objective. In the centre, my medium machine gun team, HQ and the infantry section all advanced forward, and they've all taken up position around the building. Jamie on his left and my right has advanced his assault squad forward, and also his sniper team, which is again sneakily coming around those hedgerows there. In the centre, it was a battle of the tanks. Jamie took a shot with his Panzer IV into the building here. The shot just went wildly wide and failed to do any damage. On the return, my tank, my Sherman here, come through the hedgerows and took a shot, and I took a lucky hit and knocked him out. Over the left here, this squad around this objective went down to consolidate around the objective, and Jamie's squad on his right, my left, advanced up to consolidate around that objective. Medium machine gun team opened up onto the building, caught some pins, but that's about it. And this section with the HQ coming up behind it there, they advanced and again fired onto the building. That's where we are at the end of turn 2. So we are at the end of turn 3, and Jamie's been pushing up with his sniper team. They've advanced from around here into that corner there, took a sneaky little shot. See that hole in the building there? Had a guy behind there, a sneaky shot, took him out. The assault squad just of here fired onto my paras on that objective there, caused a pin, a couple of casualties, but in return I managed to get that off, and in return I got rid of one of him on there and pinned him there. On my free observer is observed an area, and the red little marker down there is his aiming point. So the start of turn 4, that's where that's coming in. I know it's danger close to my troops in the building there, but I'm hoping to sort of get some sort of pins and that on this section and the command group behind the building this side. It's MG42 in the previous round, fired across into the building here. Again, put some pins, as you can see the pin marker on the side of the building on my machine gun team. And this over here, the cheeky little git, advanced his, took a gamble, and yeah, you did, didn't you, mate? Advanced his squad, crossed the hedgerow there, 2 Panzerfaust, fired them, and took out my Sherman.
Because your Sherman just took some shots, and it was whether I took the gamble to go down or to let them just have their action.
Yeah, it was a gamble worth paying off, mate. Yeah, he's brewing, the old Ronson rule. Squad in the back there, they went down just to sort of protect that objective on that T-junction. So here we are after turn 4. Start of the turn. Obviously the observer brought in the artillery. If you remember, the marker was down there. I had a miscalculation roll and rolled 9 inches, which ended up down here. Then rolled a D6 and totally missed everything. So that was a complete waste of time, but good fun, know while it lasted. Right, what's been going on in the action then? Jamie and I continued engaging each other across the field here. I took a morale test for losing a lot of casualties there. Managed to hold on, but still pinned down. Managed to get a couple of pins on his unit here. In the building, Jamie activated his officer, which then in turn he ordered the squad and the medium machine gun team over there to all put fire down into the building here under my machine gun team, which in turn I ended up rallying and managed to rally 3 pins off. My sniper team in the building, well, he ain't going to get paid this month because he's not actually hit nothing. The old sniper team just down in there. Squad on the end of the building there, they've been down now for the last couple of turns to holding that position. and on this end of the table, my infantry section has been engaging Jamie's Fallschirmjager section across the field there. Other than that, it's all been sort of pretty hectic. Both of us have been sort of managing to pass our morale tests for our pins. Other than that, back to turn 5. So here we are at the end of the game. Jamie and I decided to call it the end of turn 5. Paras unfortunately didn't make it. What had happened here, the assault squad that was in here, the Fallschirmjager assault squad, they burst out and took out the rest of the paras that was holding around that objective with their assault weapons and that, and charged into them. Devastating, lost all of them. Managed to sort of put some pins from the machine gun team, and the actual sniper team in the back of the building there actually hit something, but again didn't kill anything. But again, just putting pins on. The officer there, he was rallying everybody, ordering his units to fire. Machine gun team for the German Fallschirmjagers with that squad in front of him here, all putting fire back down into the building here. Exchange of fire from this squad Fallschirmjagers to my paras over there in that objective over the back there. Again, causing pins on one another, but each of us holding the objective. But as I said, at the end of the game, we scored this at the end of the game for the simple reason as it was just getting attritional. And but yeah, it was an enjoyable game. But we'll come back to the post-match and see it out. But there we have it, an enjoyable game of bolt action there. Very good win from Jamie. Well done, mate.
Close though, very close.
I thought the tanks were going to be a bit more devastating than what they were, but unfortunately both of us...
Well, I think it was in the first turn, knocking out my tank straight away.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I was a lucky shot. But then obviously you were salting them down there with your two Panzerfaust, took that out. Really good, really enjoyable.
That was the turning point of the battle.
I think so. If I could have kept that tank alive a little bit longer... Trouble is with me, I was a bit cavalier with it then, charging it in like cavalry in the Napoleonic period. Yeah, so it was a good game. I mean, the assault squad down the bottom there, you're jumping across that hedgerow there into my paras there, capturing that objective was the right move. Holding the centre, I think neither of us were going to give the centre up too much, no. But and then the flanks either side and that was definitely was tight. What do you think?
Yeah, it's definitely close. Definitely that Panzerfaust shot on your Sherman would have been the turning point of the battle. Because if you could have kept that alive more, it would have been a lot more of a menace in its attacks.
Yeah, definitely.
It would have been a presence on the table. And I think definitely the final push for that assault squad was what won the day in the end.
I mean, like I said, we had one more turn left to play, but we both decided to call it. Like I said, I weren't going to get that position back once you took that my squad out.
The two middle ones would have sat exactly how they still are.
They're going to stay where they are, and here I think it was very attritional at the other end here with the two squads firing on one another. So again, I think it was an enjoyable game. Just as I said, if I had kept my tank alive, I might have been able to get that back over there. But hey-oh, can't make omelette without cracking eggs. So there we are. That's it. Another video from us today. Hope you've enjoyed it, and if you do, get in the comments below. See what you think. We probably got some rules wrong. Obviously, you wouldn't have seen that, but we were looking at rules as we were playing. But again, give us a thumbs up if you liked it. And if you're new to the channel, thanks very much for watching, and hopefully you'll end up subscribing. And if you do, please ding the dong. And until next time, take care, and we'll see you soon. Goodbye.
Bye.